Hello there, good people. Welcome to It's a Shaw Thing. I'm your host, Rob Shaw, here to talk a little Major League Baseball. Time for a review of the Diamond. Got 5 different news items to discuss. We'll start off with the defending World Series champion, Philadelphia Phillies. They have signed on Raul Ibanez, a talented outfielder who, in that homer-friendly park, should have a chance to slam 25 to 30 home runs this upcoming year. 100-plus RBIs plus a solid average guy. More importantly, when it comes to Major League Baseball, that's probably going to force the hand of the New York Mets to acquire a southpaw. In other words, they'll probably open up their wallets to keep Oliver Perez around town. He's a tremendous upside, but also incredibly inconsistent, hard-throwing southpaw. So that being said, big news there in Philadelphia, and it could impact the New York Mets as well. Next, we move to the American League. Some surprising news in Baltimore as Cesar Izturis is going to be signed to be their shortstop. This is a complete reversal of what they've had in recent years with Miguel Tejada. Tejada, of course, an all-bat, no-glove shortstop. This time around, they're going defense first. Izturis not that good of a hitter, but he does have some speed and can certainly help that team. He does have some pretty good winning experience in Los Angeles with the Angels. Now, another big news item that's going on around there these days are some rumors involving Mark Teixeira. Everyone assumed maybe the Angels or the Yankees, perhaps the Red Sox, but Baltimore is considering opening up their pockets to a guy who called Maryland home growing up, and that could be a big factor for them as to keeping him around town. So Mark Teixeira, beware, he might end up signing on the dotted line with the Baltimore Orioles. That would be a surprise. Talking about rumors, Rafael Furcal has been going all over the place. First it was the Oakland A's, then it was the Atlanta Braves. Most recently they're saying the Los Angeles Dodgers. Big news for Rafael Furcal there as far as where he's going to sign. It all depends on who's willing to give him more guaranteed money. This is a talented shortstop who is a bit injury prone. He wants that 4th year of his contract pretty much guaranteed. Not sure anyone's going to give it to him, but keep an eye on what's going to happen here. But it looks like it's either going to be Atlanta or the Los Angeles Dodgers. And finally, Jamie Moyer gets a 2-year extension for $13 million with the Philadelphia Phillies. I love this move because I love history, and I'm curious to see how long Jamie Moyer is going to end up throwing that ball. He's like a modern-day Julio Franco. Well, I guess Franco was only around a couple years ago, and also a couple decades ago, and the same thing goes pretty much with Moyer. The guy I like to compare him with as far as hitters go is Harold Baines. The reason why? Well, look at his numbers for Harold Baines. The guy by no means deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and he won't be in the Hall of Fame, but when you consider the fact that if he had one more healthy year, 144 more hits, he would have had number 3,000. And that would have pretty much guaranteed him a spot in the Hall of Fame. Also, guy never had as many 200 hits, never had as many as 30 home runs, yet he was only 14 home runs shy of 400 for his career. Now you look at Jamie Moyer, by no means a dominant pitcher, but right now he's got 246 career wins. 2 more years of around 15 wins is going to give him around 270. Once he reaches that mark, you have to wonder if he's got another 2 or 3 years left in him. It will be interesting, my friends. We saw Mike Mussina turn his back on history and rather to retire. Probably will still end up in the Hall of Fame. But Jamie Moyer, by no means as dominant as even Mike Mussina, might have a crack at making the Hall of Fame. Certainly something to watch for. Well, until we meet again, my friends, we'll talk more baseball next week.
So you think you can tackle a pro? There's only one way to find out. Click on fantasy at opensports.com.